Hi guys and gals, Froggy here. What I'm going to show you today is how to refinish a metal plaque sign with raised lettering that's gotten faded. Basically my wife bought this street address sign. It's metal. Probably at least 5 years ago, and it's had sprinklers spraying on it and sun and wind and rain and everything, so it needs to be refinished. So first thing I'm going to do is power wash it so we can get any loose paint off. This is just a standard power washer. So it's not showing up very good because there it is. I was having trouble with the shadows. Just a standard power washer. It's going to be loud, but I'm just going to blast it and get it clean. I'm taking the stake part that goes in the ground, and that one got a little more corroded than the sign itself, so I'm just using some sandpaper to get that down to some good clean metal with a little bit of paint left on it, and that way it'll hold the new paint better. I'm going to paint the stake first, just to see what, how it comes out, how I like the color. I'm just going to hold it on the end because I'm not going to paint the very tip of it since it's going to get pounded back into the ground. This is an oil-based paint. It's a flat indoor-outdoor Rust-Oleum Canyon black, they call it. I think it's kind of a satin black. Clean up with mineral spirits, so I know it's not water-based. So let's give this a couple of shots. There's one coat. I'm going to give it 2 coats. I might even give it 3. It's always better to give it multiple coats. This is a real good drying day here in Southern California, so probably 10 or 15 minutes in between coats, so that's all I need to wait. Color's good. I like the color, the way it dries on the stake, so I'm going to shoot the plaque itself. You want to lay it flat if you can, so you won't get runs. I'm going to give it at least 2 coats, and I like to raise it up on a little plastic box. And if you're shooting outside with a rattle can, watch the wind, because the wind will take the spray someplace where you don't want it. So if it's a real windy day, you probably best put it off to another day, or try and do it inside if you don't mind having some overspray inside. Or if it's not too bad, just wait for a little break in the wind. Today's not too bad, so here we go. Remember what I said, 2 light coats better than 1 heavy coat. So there's my first light coat. I'm going to let that dry about 10 or 15 minutes and then give it another shot and see if I'm satisfied with the coverage. Okay, here's a close-up of what I've got so far. Looks pretty good. I am going to give it one more shot though, just to put some extra paint on the metal that I'm painting onto, and so let's do that. I want to just describe a little bit of the technique of using a rattle can. You want to have it about, I'd say about 8 inches away, anywhere from 8 to 12 inches away, so that the paint has a chance, the cone of paint, basically it's like a cone of paint coming out of the can, has a chance to spread out. But if you get too far away, you won't get good coverage. If you get too close, you get drips. And then you want to just press the button on the top as where you want it to start and stop, basically. Let me show you just a little bit. I already finished this, but I want to show you the start-stop thing. It's like this. So that way you don't keep your finger continuously pressed down, because then you're going to get too much paint built up. when you get over here and you reverse it, you're going to get too much there. You're over here. If you're holding it down all the time, you're going to get too much over there. So you want to start, stop, and start, and stop, and start, and stop, like that. That's looking pretty good. I'm going to let that dry about an hour, and then I'm going to go on with the to color in the numbers and the letters. Okay, I'm back, and I was going to try spraying some of this into a little cup and then dipping into the cup with a brush or fiber, microfiber towel or something and dabbing it on there, but I went to Michael's and I got this paint pen. It's got kind of a felt tip, I guess, on it, and I think this is going to work pretty good. It's a special kind of Sharpie. I think I'm going to have to do 2 coats. The black is dried already for about a couple of hours, so it's taking the gold color without running, which is good. You don't want to try to rush the job. And I'm just laying it on there. This is how you do it. This is how Froggy does it anyway. And I'm not going to show you the whole thing. I mean, I'll show you the finished product when it's done, but I'm just doing one. I tilted it on an angle so that I was in a good position for my hand to rest down here. And you have to press that little tip down every once in a while and get some fresh paint on there. Now that is an 8, an upside down 8. Alright, so I'm going to do the rest of it. I'm going to do around the edge, and I'll show it to you when I'm done. Well, what do you think? Do you think I should do it around the edges too? The original had the border or edges done. I guess I will. It's not that hard to do. Well, I'm going to give it one more coat. It looks pretty good, but it's hard to get complete coverage of the gold over the black on your first coat, but I think it's going to look quite a bit better. Maybe not quite a bit better, but a bit better with a second coat. So that's about it. Oh, I did get my pen started to clog up a little bit. It seemed like it clogged up, so I put some paint thinner into a plastic cup, and then I dipped it in there just to clean the end of it, and that seemed to make it flow much better. So there's a little tip for you. Now, one other thing, because this is going to sit outside, I'm probably going to shoot this with a clear coat, maybe a satin clear coat of polyurethane, which will help make it hold up better to the elements. But other than that, I'm not going to show you that. It's just a spray can, polyurethane, that's it. So I want to get this video up for you guys and gals to take a look at. So that's about it. If this helps you out, give me a thumbs up. If you want more from Froggy, subscribe to my channel. It's free. Froggy out, and have a great rest of the week. See you later, guys and gals. Bye-bye.